Food Revolution, and I'm Dr. Nelum. I'm a GP passionate about lifestyle and metabolic health in women.
And I'm Ronit. I'm a happiness coach, and I help people find the balance, the happy, healthy body that they wish to have.
And we believe that true health comes from within when you combine science, lifestyle, and mindset. That's when the magic happens.
Yes, and we are unique because we are very holistic in our approach. We think that when we are supporting you, we need to support your body, we need to support your mind, and we need to support your lifestyle if we want this adventure to be very successful and sustainable. And the episode today is discussing the connection between sunshine,
Yes.
health,
Yes.
and skin color.
Yes.
So we're talking about skin color, not to be sound racist or anything, but skin color matters.
Absolutely. So, Ronit, I was fascinated learning about this. So, did you know, I'm sure you did, but that humans, the first humans originated in Africa. Yeah. And they had very dark skin. And Africa, it's a hot country. It's, so around the equator is where the first humans originated. And so the hot sun could have burnt their skin to a crisp. But because they had that dark skin, that dark skin comes from a pigment called melanin, which is a natural sunscreen.
Yeah, it's a protective mechanism.
It protects the skin from the very strong UVB sun, the radiation from the sun.
Which generally, if you understand that bit, you understand that people that have a darker skin, they basically have a better protection. But
there is a big but.
This is where our but comes in, because you ask yourselves, like, seriously, not only people, dark skin people still have problems and skin cancers. Yes. And also and this is where the connection comes in.
But the problem though is that what happens when you have a lot of melanin is melanin also blocks, because it blocks that the sunlight coming in and doing its thing within the skin, it blocks the production of vitamin D, or it reduces that. And so because vitamin D is made from sun within the layers of the skin, and it is really important. So is
it true to say that the people in Africa, because their skin is darker, they absorb less vitamin D?
They do absorb less vitamin D. However, they have a lot more sun. So the intensity of the sun, it balances out.
So remember, we're talking now about balance. Yes, people that have a dark skin, they have a protection, which means they absorb less vitamin D, but they need less vitamin D because they have so much sun. So the body is amazingly perfect. It found the balance between the color and absorption of vitamin.
And remember, Ronit, we're talking millions of years ago, okay? And these humans, they wore hardly any clothes, and they spent all their time outdoors. Yeah. So they had plenty of opportunity to get enough sunlight to make adequate vitamin D. So then over millions of years, these early humans, they migrated to parts of to Northern Europe, to the Scandinavian countries, for instance. And because of this very slow migration, and you can imagine in Scandinavia, there's not a lot of sun.
Definitely.
Yeah, and sometimes of the year, there's no sun.
No sun at all.
So as this migration was happening over thousands of years, the skin color started to lighten. The pigment started to...
So the protection layer...
started to disappear.
Yep.
Because because now you don't need so much protection because there's not a lot
Not
of
enough
sun.
sun.
And also, if you had this protection with no sun, how are you going to get your vitamin D?
Zero.
Yeah. So that's how we evolved skin color, So people of my ethnicity, South Indians, same. We have a darker skin color because my ancestors around the equator. But now the problem is that we migrate from our places of origin within a day. So we've got people, let's say from Norway, who can be in Brisbane within
2 days. Yes, travel,
and
flight.
then yes. So now there's a mismatch. Or we've got people of who have very dark skin, who suddenly can go to the northern parts of the UK, for instance, and so now there's a mismatch. Right?
So the body has a problem adjusting to.
So now imagine that person who comes from Norway. Okay, let's just example Norway to Brisbane. So Brisbane we are in a semi-tropical environment. We have lots of sunshine, and so now this person who originated from Scandinavia, who has pale skin, is now in a country an area that has very
lot
hot
of
sun. And they have very little protection with melanin. Okay, so now there's a mismatch. So now they have to be very careful because this hot sun in Brisbane can burn and damage their skin. But they probably won't have any problem with vitamin D. But saying that, we know that nowadays, so wait, before I say that, and then vice versa, if we took somebody who had very dark skin and put them within 24 hours somewhere where there was no sun, well, now these people are going to have a real problem because their the melanin pigment is so strong.
Yeah,
that
protection is so strong.
Yes, the protection from the sunlight, but there's no sunlight. But
so they don't have enough vitamin
D. So there's a mismatch, right?
And vitamin D is very important in many of the functions in the body. So we do need vitamin D. It's almost like look at the sun and charge yourself. It's a charger. The sun, the light,
yes, it is.
The vitamin D is basically a charger. It charges our body and important for many other aspects.
It is so important
of our health.
So this is the issue. So, and the problem nowadays, Ronit, is now here we are living in Brisbane and there's such a problem with vitamin D deficiency.
I think it's all around the world.
Yes.
I think all around the world they talk about problems, and I think the problem is one, again, we migrated and our body is not adjusted, and another problem is because our lifestyle is far away from the sun. So we basically sit in closed places, in the house. It's dark, it's artificial lighting. We don't get enough outside, enough air, enough vitamin D.
Unlike our prehistoric ancestors, when we do go out, we wear clothes. True. Right? We're not semi-naked. And so then we put sunscreen on, which then mix. So it's that balance. I'm not saying that what we're saying is it's that imbalance of our skin tone now doesn't necessarily match our environment.
And we want to say something that obviously we just said to you a problem that we have, and we would like you to leave this episode with a bit of optimism and ways of coping with this. What we want to say is that we could be better if we listened to our body, if we followed the body needs, the natural things that we need to do. So should you be on the sun as much as you can? Well, no, the answer is that you need to match it to your body, and the way to match it to your body is we have in our skin a function that tells us when the sun at this moment is too much.
Yes.
It's supposed to be a small burning sensation of and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to have. So listen to it, and if you feel it's too much, put something on. If you are going out, try to have your hands exposed or something that you can expose, but be careful because there's no, if someone says to you, be 2 hours, be an hour and a half, that is actually not true because your skin color.
It's an individual thing. And then the other thing, Ronit, is as we get older, the skin's ability to make vitamin D also reduces.
Also drops.
So these things. And so then you've got to balance, people who have fair skin, living in a more tropical environment, because there is possibility of skin damage. So it's that balance. It's that balance. But I thought it was fascinating.
Damage your skin.
Fascinating.
Do not damage your skin.
How this actually all came about.
So your skin color matters to your health and to your ability to absorb vitamin D. So be careful. Take care of yourself. Listen to your own body. And now, if you do like what we're doing, if you do like the message, the Whole Food Revolution message of helping people find peace within their body, learn to live with their body, take care of their health, eat well, then please like, subscribe, and share the message.
Bye.
Bye-bye.